Hello and welcome to this Blyth online art class. My name is Marianne Walker. I'm an artist and my practice is based around the investigation of drawing, but drawing across 3 dimensions. Here's an example of my work. This is called The Hand of a Changeling, and as you can see, the entire hand has been covered in graphite drawing. So we're not going to be drawing across 3 dimensions today like this, but we are going to be making a lovely contour line drawing of a hand. Through the drawing courses that I teach, I've heard that hands are quite difficult, so I thought that during lockdown would be a great opportunity to use ourselves as a subject and make a drawing of our own hands. So before we begin, what you need, it's very simple, is paper. I've got A3 because of the format of this video, but you can use A4, A5, whatever you've got to hand. The idea is to use whatever you have. Pencil, like so. This is a H, which is a bit hard. H does stand for hard, and B stands for black, so HB is in the middle of that range. So I'd recommend a HB or a 2B for this. You'll also need an eraser. This is just a long form eraser, and a pencil sharpener if you want one. You can also use, I prefer to use a mechanical pencil because you never have to sharpen it, which is brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the form of the hand and figure out this palm shape first. So if taking a measurement with your pencil, you use the length of the pencil and you lay it along the angle that you are measuring. So for example, if we start with this, so I'm measuring from this point here to this point here. I lay the pencil along the angle, I take the angle back to the page, I memorize that angle and I draw it in like so, and if I want to check it from this point to this point, I can. So I go back, double check, yes, that's okay. The next one we're doing is this one down, which is for the point from this here to here. We're forgetting about the thumb at the moment, so like so. Just double check that. Very sketchily drawn in at the moment. Don't worry about being precious about it just now because we're just working across. If I move my hand up, you can see what I'm doing. I'm going across the wrist from this point here to this point here, like so, taking my measurement, keeping my pencil the same, bringing it back to the page, marking it in, and double check. And then last but not least, this one up here, which is probably more easily reached like that. There we go. So you can see it's very sketchy. Actually, one thing I haven't done here is this angle. Cross that finger. So that's your index finger there. And then these 3 come away like that. So you have a basic shape here. And then what you do, you can add in your wrist if you like. Check that. Maybe it's not. Check. And then we start on the fingers, and the real key to the fingers is to take a point-to-point measurement. So this point here to this point here where it joins the palm, so the tip of the finger to the edge of the palm, and we will do that for each finger. So like so. So you lay your pencil along it, take it back to your page, and you draw in just one line. Next one, point to point, draw it in. And you know you've got to get 3 fingers across this bit here and 1 finger in there. This one. And then the index. And then the thumb. So the thumb and so what you have are just a very faint, if I do those darker so you can see them, series of lines, and then what we are going to do is carry on with this measuring process using the pencil and measure the angles around the edges of the finger, like so. So if I start with the little finger, it's probably easier if you see it like that. So I know it kind of bows out, and notice that I'm leaving and then it comes back in. I'm leaving the underlying drawing in place because that's my guide. And then notice that where the fingers join the palm, these joins are actually in different positions. So this one is quite low, so it comes across here, and it goes across here, and you've got a nice little gap, which is nice because it shows you where the next finger starts. So you gradually work your way along the hand, and rings are useful. Hang on, I'm just moving my ring back to where it was. I think this finger was closer, and then again you're taking your measurement very gently, just drawing that in. The next finger is jammed right up against this one, so, and the ring is biting in, and helpfully their fingers are divided into 3 sections, 1, 2, 3, so you can use those to find your way across the finger. Pay attention to the gaps between the fingers, because that will help you map out your drawing as well, so you know they're kind of basically in the right place. The end of that finger, like so, and it comes down. The join for this finger is actually higher. If I just rub that out, you can see where I put that. So that's where this finger joins, and then this is where this finger is joining. There's the ring, very generally. And here's the finger coming down into the hand. And then again there's a gap, so I'm drawing that in before the index finger starts, and you can take a nice measurement from there up. And then I'm just going to do a quick line across the top of that just to indicate where I think it ends, and then I will just show you something about checking that. Down into the palm, down towards the thumb. Now the thumb comes in here, so there is a fold across the palm, and then the thumb starts, so you just do another angle measurement. And then this bit is quite long, and then this bit is also rounded like so. Can you see that? And then it comes in, and you can break each of these down into small angle measurements like so. And to get your finger, to make sure your fingers are in the right place, so you do a point-to-point measurement using the tips of the fingers. So this is a really good one to do. So from the tip of your index finger to the tip of your thumb. So I'm coming down the side of that index finger, so I need to remember that, to the tip of the thumb, side of the index. So that's okay. Tip these two. Try again. Generally in the right place. These two. needs to be about here, and these two. And then it is a case of gradually adding more and more detail, so your little ring down here can go in. And see how it's biting into that little finger. Just rub that out because I've actually done it too high. But notice everything else is staying where it is because I'm happy with it, and it will just guide me. So you think the actual ring, the reason they're useful is because you can look at that distance, this distance, and check it, how around it goes. In, and then it's a case of observing what is really going on across these fingers. See, there's an angle there, comes down in here, comes out slightly here, and round, and there is a bend there. This one, gradually getting darker with the pencil. Do a little angle measurement if you're not sure. There's a bit of a knuckle there. Remember the segments of the fingers. As they come down, looking across here. I'm doing it very quickly, but I expect that you'll want to go slow. So look at this. This comes in, this comes out, this comes out, this comes in, this comes out, this comes out. Here it bites, then the ring bites in. There's the join with the palm. Just check that. Check, check, check. Yep. Don't be afraid to make alterations. You can see I'm not being precious at all into the hand. So I'm just going to pause this and rub out these interior lines, and then I'll be back with you to talk about nails. I have tidied up the drawing so you can see that I have made the contour lines of all the fingers much darker. I've done the general outline of the rings, and what I wanted to talk to you now about is nails. So nails don't sit on the end of the finger like an oval, they're actually embedded into the end of the finger. So a good example is this little pinky. So you can see there that it's embedded in because the finger comes around the side here. So as always, the key is to draw what you can see, not what you can't see. And I can see that there is a dark line there, which I have started to draw in here. I can also see that there is another line going up at an angle, which I can measure, take back to the page, up. And then because the nail is very short, top of the finger actually is proud of that. So if I just carry on with more of the same on the other fingers, pay very close attention to what you can see and what you can't. And then moving into this one, you can see that it's embedded here. There's a line here, there's a line here, there's a line here. So it goes in like so, down like so, across, and then the actual nail is proud of the end of the finger, so we'll draw that over the end, and then it comes back, and you can see this end of the finger there. So if we just erase that, erase the end once you're happy with where your nail is. You can see the top of the finger there. Go back up to here, tidy that up, and there you have it. A contour line drawing of a hand, complete with nails and rings. I hope you enjoy it. Bye bye.